I am pleased to welcome once again to our studios Marie Kay, the president of the Hazleton Area School Board. Last time you were here, we talked about the fact that you had been on the board previously in 1999 to 2000, and now you're back at the helm of the school board in the middle of a new term. And the budget is coming up already. We're in a new year, and we have a new budget that you already have to prepare for. I know June 30th seems like a long way off, but a lot of things impacting it. So I know some of the items that were a problem last year, I guess we'll kind of take a look at some of those. Do you think busing is over and done with? Do you think busing will have any impact related to the budget or any busing concerns at all for the new year?
I mean, I think that there's always concerns. Mr. Fume is in charge of transportation. That's his expertise. Everyone seems to have been put on committees that that they have an experience with. So since he is the director up in Lackawanna County of busing, he is the best person for that committee. I would ask him to come on and discuss the busing issues. I hope that we have everything settled. It seemed to have been the perfect storm last year. You know, we were given the information that the routes could be changed, they would be in place. There was never a question for any of us to say we didn't believe that. We were supposed to save money, and it ended up where it really ended up in a messy situation. And for that, I think every board member is truly apologetic, but once we started the ball rolling, there was no going back. We just had to work through it.
Well, as you said, hopefully no more problems with that. I know one of the concerns from last year, and it was a real tough decision, going to half-day kindergarten. People are wondering, will that stay the same? Will that change? Are you looking at that for the budget?
I think that there's some board members that would like to revisit that, and if that's the case, then we need to do that because everyone has an important say in, you know, how we run this board. So if that is, I'm not really sure that at this point we could put that back in. I guess we'll have to get with administrators and see what the outcome was from the half-day kindergarten. We would need to hire like 18 more teachers, and I'm not sure that the budget is going to be able to sustain that kind of numbers.
It's a tough job. I don't know how you how you get down to where you're supposed to be with such a large budget, so many buildings to run, all these different things. People had, I know, talked about the success of the Arts and Humanities school that's inside Hazleton Area High School. And I know they had hoped that maybe that would become separate, like the STEM school down in the valley, but that would be a major cost as well.
That I do not see happening right now, to be honest. I'm not sure where we would put them. We don't have any money to build new buildings or buy new buildings, so everything has to stay where we are. And with the numbers keep going up every year, and that's part of the issue is we keep getting more and more children to educate, but we're running out of room. So that being said, we're going to have to think outside the box and come up with more creative ways to give a quality education to the kids. I do know that Mr. John had some very good ideas last year, and I know he's working on them, you know, with me this year. And hopefully, you know, with the educators that are on the board, we'll be able to come up with some creative things so that the kids really do not miss out on getting a quality education.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Please keep us up to date on how the budget process processes. Let us know how things go and if there are any major changes that you see coming ahead in the future.
Yeah, we definitely will. Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. Marie Kay, president of the Hazleton Area School Board.